Halloween. A time for spooky carved up pumpkins. A time where people can dress up just to put that costume away and never wear it again until the next Halloween. And of course, a time for spooky Mickey Mouse pumpkins that only come out once a year.
However, I think we can all agree that Halloween can't be complete without its share of spooky movies.
Dating back to about the late 1800s, spooky movies were the pinnacle to any kind of Halloween tradition. Some of these spooky movies included, but were not limited to, the Halloween franchise, the Scream franchise, and Saw. Not this Saw, but that Saw.
At the time of these movies being made, they were actually designed to scare people half to death, whether it be jump scares or blood and guts spewing everywhere. Nowadays, it's just jump scares. See? Like that! Like that! But I digress.
Now, it actually has been a while since I've seen an actual horror movie, so I kind of just relied more on the trailers whenever new spooky movies came out, until I saw the trailer for this, and I was thinking, interesting movie. Is it scary enough? Is it cool enough?
What did I generally think of the movie?
It was bland.
Not too bad, but very bland.
Now, the movie did have a cool concept, which I'll get at in a few minutes, but from what I saw in the trailers, I was actually expecting it to be a little bit more action-packed in its terms of how the characters worked as exorcists. But, as you can see in a few minutes, or right now...
Really? Stupid editor.
There was honestly a ton of jump scares in them.
Way too many jump scares. What the f?
Now, clearly I don't have anything wrong with jump scares. Heck, they're designed to keep us on our feet and keep us entertained while watching a horror movie. But if you add so many jump scares within a certain period of time, like right now,
I want to die.
Then the movie does become a little bit boring.
Now, diving back into the plot of the movie, it honestly wasn't too bad.
Now, before you start rioting and sending your pitchforks at me, you all are probably thinking the same thing that I thought after the end of this movie. What? This movie's generic? How could that be? Well... At the start of the film, there's a child character who has a generic mother with a generic disease that she probably has, but she doesn't know about that yet, so she grows up and goes to a generic school and meets this guy who sees the generic potential in her to do what they do, but she can't do what they do. Why? Because of this. So because of this, she says, screw it, I'll do it anyway, and meets this guy who also has a generic love crush on her and wants to do what they do, but she also has a little girl who has the same generic disease that she has, but she doesn't know about that. So because she doesn't know about that yet, she goes on all these wacky wild adventures, and those adventures end up looking like this. So because they end up looking like that, she ends up having to fight her. And because she has to fight her, she ends up looking like this. And in the end, this turns into that, and that turns into this, and she becomes what they do, and it's all downright freaking generic!
And I am done! I'm done! That's it! I'm done! End the video! End the video right there, I don't care. I'm done.
In the end, the movie wasn't too bad. I mean, it wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. I did wish that they kind of dimmed down on the jump scares a little bit and tied a little bit more into the actual process of being an exorcist. And I also wish that they tied in a little bit more of the love interest. But all in all, I'd give this movie maybe a 7.5 out of 10. Okay, Jesus, 8 out of 10, 8 out of 10. God, just stop with the jump scares.